So Jose Barrios on the mound, and the Texas Rangers providing the opposition tonight. The starting lineup for the Rangers is brought to you by Bet365, and of course a very familiar name sitting at the 2 spot for the Rangers. He was honored pregame for his Silver Slugger Award and his Gold Glove Award last year as a Blue Jay. Marcus Semien, who had a very nice reunion with a lot of his Blue Jay teammates on the workout day yesterday and again earlier today. And not surprisingly, Buck, he got a huge ovation from this capacity crowd.
Yeah, he sure did. They recognize what a great contributor he was to the team a year ago when they won 91 games. And he parlayed that into a terrific contract with the Texas Rangers. And they know him very well. They know he loves to hit the fastball, so Jose Barrios will be very aware of that. Marcus Semien, a class act, and certainly he gambled on himself and won. Jose Barrios will go to the mound to open things up for the Blue Jays. This will be the 3rd time he's opened up a season for a team. Last year with the Twins and the Blue Jays, he made 32 starts, and that's one of his calling cards. He is durable. He goes to the mound every 5 days, and I think that's why the Blue Jays were comfortable extending that 7-year contract to him. Barrios, a 3-pitch pitcher with dynamic stuff.
Barrios settled in, as so many new Blue Jays seem to do almost instantaneously. It felt like after the trade, 12 starts for the Blue Jays, really finished strong at the end of the season. And then the even better news was the 7-year contract that he signed shortly after the end of the season, locking him up as a Blue Jay for a long, long time. Hit well to deep center field. Springer's back, and Miller has hit it out off the facing of the lower deck to give the Rangers an early 1-0 lead.
Well, that's exactly why Chris Woodward put Brad Miller in the leadoff spot. He said, I want the starting pitcher to be uncomfortable to start the game. Miller hit 20 home runs last year for the Phillies, and he gets a breaking ball that just kind of sits out over the plate and stays on it and drives it over the fence in center field. This is a different theory in baseball, and it's universal. The managers are stacking their lineup top of the order to put pressure on the starter to open the game.
Power in the leadoff spot, and of course a ton of power in the 2 spot, as Blue Jay fans know all too well. Marcus Semien with 45 home runs a year ago. Played a great second base. Played in every single game. Was everything the Blue Jays could have hoped he would be, and then some. And there's ball 4, down and away.
Well, again, the starting pitchers always have a challenging time in the 1st inning. Coming in, controlling your emotions, especially in opening day. You come out, you throw down in the bullpen on the bullpen mound, and you try to get acclimated and comfortable on the game mound. And it's always a challenge. We saw it this afternoon in New York with the Red Sox and the Yankees, and those hitters busted out for 5 runs in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Garrett Cole was down 2-0, 2 batters into the game. The Yankees eventually came back and beat the Red Sox in 11. Now here's Seager. A little changeup in there for a strike from Barrios, to the former Los Angeles Dodgers. Such a talented player. 3-1, and this is very unlike Barrios, who as a Blue Jay last year struck out 78 and walked only 13.
Well, there's a lot of butterflies for everybody. Opening day, expectations sky high, and he's just not been able to find his release point yet.
To right field and down for a base hit. Semien around second, and he'll take 3rd on the single by Seager. So not the way that the Blue Jays wanted to get things going here tonight. Down 1-0, 2 on, still nobody out. And Barrios to face another new member of the Rangers, their catcher Mitch Garver, who they picked up at a deal with the Minnesota, a guy with a lot of power. The biggest issue for him is, can he stay healthy? Now again the 2-2. That fastball runs away and off the mitt of Jansen, and the run will come in to score. Semien crosses the plate, Seager to second, and it's 2-0 Rangers. And a curveball that Garver wouldn't chase, and he walks him. And the troubles continue for Jose Barrios. So Pete Walker to the mound, back to the dugout now. Saucedo continues to throw in the pen, and the batter is Nathaniel Lowe. And there's a base hit into center field. Seager's going to come in to score. Up to second goes Garver. RBI single low, and Texas now leads 3-0. Runner goes from first. Breaking ball down and in, and it hit him. Hit him in the foot. And Calhoun down to first to load the bases, and here comes Charlie Montoyo. Somewhat stunningly, that is going to be all for Jose Barrios tonight as he gets just one out here on opening night.
Yeah, very disappointing for sure, especially for Barrios, and expectations were sky high, and he was looking forward to this start, you can bet, and he has to leave the game. You can see him tell his manager, "My bad, man," and he feels as bad as anybody in this ballpark. Taylor Saucedo will come on to face Ibanez when we come back.
Well, about the last thing you would expect from one of the steadiest starting pitchers in baseball in recent years. Jose Barrios, Buck, he just never had it tonight and only got one out.
Now, he never really got settled in. The leadoff home run to Brad Miller, and then he walked Semien, and Seager got a base hit. It just unraveled very quickly for him, and now they'll look to Saucedo to stop the bleeding here. Bases loaded, just one out, facing the number 8 hitter.
Saucedo, who had a very nice spring, pitched his way onto the staff. 29 appearances a year ago for the Blue Jays, a 4.56 ERA. A big moving slider that can be really tough on left-handed batters, but the first batter he will face is a righty here with Andy Ibanez, the third baseman, up with the bases loaded, and a ground ball to short. Bichette to second, one, and they will get the out there, but he couldn't come up on the transfer to try to turn 2, and a run is in to make it 4-0. You know, back to Saucedo, one thing we don't know, and I agree with you about Saucedo in the spring in the game against the Yankees. Had Ryan Borucki not kind of slipped and stumbled a little bit on the mound, I think it was in Bradenton, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yeah, hammy.
And a minor hamstring injury, so he opens up on the IL. Would all 3 lefties have been on the team, or is Saucedo here because Borucki's on the IL? Borucki's out of options too, so that's, you know, perhaps another factor. Garver with a fly ball left field. Gurriel turns and he'll watch it go. The Rangers add to their lead. It is 6-0.
Well, Mitch Garver has the Twins record for home runs by a catcher. He hit 31 home runs a couple of years ago, and he's been battling injuries the last couple of years, but he loves to hit the fastball. And it looked like he got a good fastball to hit there, and this is part of the improved offense that Texas put together in the offseason. And that is a 2-seam fastball out over the plate, and Garver, he's got good power. He loves to hit the fastball, and he knew it was gone the moment he touched it. A distinct crack of the bat tells everybody in the ballpark that he squared it up.
Bichette, as we mentioned, his first full year in the big leagues last year. Same for Guerrero. They came up, remember, midway through the 2019 season. 2020 obviously a shortened season, just 60 games. Bo, the kind of guy he wants to play every day, and just about did it last year. Led the American League in hits with 191, had 60 extra base hits, and he's got his first knock of the season. Springer around second, cruising into third. Crowd getting back into it after being subdued, with the Rangers pulling out to a big early lead, a 7-0 lead. 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 more in the fourth. Blue Jays threatening now here, bottom 4. And there's a base hit to right to drive in a run. Springer in to score. Bichette stops at second, 7-1.
This is the reason that Vladdy Guerrero is going to be a terrific run producer. He knows his team is down by 7 runs and still not thinking about a dramatic 3-run home run. Get a base hit. We got a great lineup. Keep the line moving. It goes the other way, picks up an RBI, and gets his first hit of the season. And this is another tough pitch, but he stays balanced, stays on the ball, and drives it the other way to cash in Springer.
And still nobody out here in the 4th inning. First and second, nobody out, and a run in. And ball 4 to load him up. A run in for the Blue Jays, nobody out, and the bases are loaded. Bo Bichette is the runner at third. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who drove in the first run of the year for the Blue Jays, is at second. Teoscar Hernandez at first. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr. trying to make this one a lot more interesting here in the fourth inning. There's a long way to go in this one. Guerrero trying to encourage Gurriel, clapping his hands out at second. The 3-2 up the middle, backhanded stop Semien to Seager 1, and that's all. A fielder's choice and an RBI for Gurriel. Bichette in to score, and it is 7-2.
I just got to pick away, and the Blue Jays have done that with a couple of walks, a couple of singles, and a fielder's choice. Played him up the middle, and it gets right past the pitcher. Semien does a good job of keeping the ball on the infield. All they can get is the force at second, and Bo comes in to score the second run of the inning.
So first and third, one out, and here, if you're Alejandro Kirk, you talked about a good contact hitter, but you got to get the ball in the air. He's an automatic double play, basically, in a ball on the ground. You got to get this runner home from third with less than 2 outs. Easier said than done, but can he just keep the line moving here in the fourth inning? He sure can. Fly ball to left. This will be deep enough. Back goes Miller, tagging Guerrero. Easily comes in to score. Well done, Kirk. 7-3. Lined into right, a base hit. Springer in to score. Bichette up to second. Another hit, another RBI for Guerrero, and it's 7-4.
Again, going the opposite way, and the Blue Jays are going to straighten out these shifts. There's no question about it. They're really buying into the fact that you use the whole field, and sooner or later, opposing defenses are going to have to make adjustments. This is a cement mixer slider up in the zone, and that is a backup. That didn't have much horizontal movement at all. It just kind of spun up there and said, hit me, and Vladdy obliged.
Driven to right field. It's deep. It's gone. Chance, Buck, to break the jacket out this year.
A brand new jacket, and the guy that led the team in RBIs last year gets to wear it first. Teoscar Hernandez. Watch the approach. That fastball away, no doubt about it. Teoscar said, yep, I got that one.
Left center field, and this ball's going to get to the fence. Here comes Jansen around third, in to score, and the Blue Jays have taken the lead. There's some damage.
Indeed. They drove that ball on the line past a very good center fielder. Garcia didn't have a chance to cut it off. Danny Jansen's a good base runner. And he hustles around the sacks and gets an RBI for Espinal. The Blue Jays have erased a 7-0 deficit.
Jose Barrios didn't get out of the first, but the bullpen has picked him up, and the offense has picked him up. This one is sent a long way right center field, and it's going to go. A home run for Adolis Garcia, taking Simber the other way, and that's going to tie it up at 8.
We mentioned Garcia set a franchise rookie record with 31 home runs last year. He was 4th in the Rookie of the Year voting. And he took a very interesting trip around the bases as he hits this ball the opposite field, just a fastball up and away at 87. And then he got to first base, and he actually stopped and looked into the dugout as he steps on the base, carried the bat all the way to first and said, "How about that, guys? You like that?" Well, I tell you what, we see some unusual trots around the bases on home runs these days.
Yanked to left field. This ball's going to get down. Teoscar racing for third, getting the wave. The relay to the plate is in time. And Hernandez thrown out at the plate to end the inning. Charlie Montoyo's got his hand up. Will the Blue Jays ask for a challenge?
They want a challenge.
They want a challenge.
Yeah.
I think what John Schneider was saying is safe.
Yeah.
I think that's what he was saying to Charlie. So now the Blue Jays are going to ask for a challenge.
Look at Seager's relay. He gets a perfect feed from Miller, a chest-high throw, and he throws a one-hop strike. He's safe.
He's safe.
Yep. That's another example of catchers playing into this rule that you can't block the play. You've got to come up and make the tag. He's safe. His foot is on home before he puts the tag on.
Garver is behind the plate.
Move up.
Yeah.
I mean, you invite the runner to put his foot on home plate. All you got to do is move the shin guard forward. He's safe.
Well, I know 45,000 people who agree with you.
But all you got to do as a catcher is take one step forward, and you can block the plate.
After review, the runner is safe. Battle runner will be placed at third base, and Toronto retains their challenge.
This is pretty good theater, isn't it? This is something.
It's terrific.
Yeah.
The runner is safe. Gurriel ends up at third, and you could see the Blue Jays review room told John Schneider he's safe. Good work all around by the Blue Jays video crew.
So each team challenged something this inning. Jose Barrios is into it. Didn't have a fun first inning, but he's having a little bit more fun right now. Teammates bailed him out. Teoscar getting toweled off, and it's 9-8 Blue Jays. Danny Jansen, left field, gone. Pretty good movie so far. I like the way it starts. It's interesting.
Yeah, you can't figure out the ending with the way it started, that's for sure. But Danny Jansen, big smile on his face. He had a tough offensive start to his season, but boy, did he finish up strong. And now, for the second time this season, the home run jacket has been brought up. And that was a shot.
One more look.
Great sound. He squared it up and hits it deep over the bullpen and left.
Where's the jacket?
Let me do the honors. And And if you think Vladdy has to have attention, you are sadly mistaken. He is not about anything other than team.
Yep. This is all genuine.
Yep. This is all about being a teammate.
Listen, he's the mayor, right? I mean, that comes with responsibility.
He's the mayor of the barrio, for sure.
Jordan Romano, Markham's own, into the game here in the 9th inning to try to lock it up. New scoreboard, new lighting system here at Rogers Center. Look at the reception for Romano when he comes into the game. That's good stuff. It's loud, it's bright, got lots of different colors. It's got my attention. That's a pretty cool entrance for Jordan Romano.
Yeah, and you know what? The NHL, the NBA, they've been doing that for years, and now baseball's catching up. But that was terrific. What a way to enter a ball game. Jordan Romano, a terrific season a year ago. 85 strikeouts in 63 innings.
And this ball's lifted to left. Gurriel racing to the line, sliding, and he made the catch.
After a shaky start in the field, the Blue Jays have made some good plays here later on, and this is a terrific play. Potential extra base hit right down in the corner, and Gurriel celebrating a terrific sliding catch just in fair territory. That ball bounces away from him. It's 2 for sure, maybe 3, as it rattles around in the corner, but he takes extra bases away from Mitch Greiver.
What a play by Gurriel for out number 2. Here is Nathaniel Lowe. Is there anything this game hasn't had? What a night.
Well, the strikeout of Seager, the first strikeout by a Blue Jays pitcher tonight. And Romano's the 8th Blue Jays pitcher.
Now a strike away. Again, the 1-2. Got him. What a way to kick off the season.
Well, when you have your ace on the mound, and Barrios got the nod for opening night, he got 1 out. He trailed 4-0 before he could get a second out. And the Blue Jays just don't give up. They know they have the offense to come back from any deficit. Teoscar Hernandez gave them a lead with a 3-run home run in the 5th. Danny Jansen with a additional insurance home run in the 8th. But the balance in the lineup proved dramatic once again as everybody made a contribution.